A disclaimer, like always, I'm just a working mom doing my own dip powder nails. I'm not a trained professional. My hope is to inspire you by sharing my own creations. Enjoy! Thanks for meeting up with me for this year's Valentine's nails. I'm getting cozy with my Dremel to grind off the gloss of the previous top coat. I start every new manicure this way to help the acetone bath really get in there for a quicker strip down. My acetone bath is beckoning. Won't you join me? Supplies include a large glass bowl with very warm water, 2 quart-sized freezer bags with a piece of paper towel in each one, and 100% pure acetone. My recipe is to put about a 1/4 cup into each bag along with my nails, and that is submerged into the water to warm the acetone. And then I soak and wipe using the paper towels until the dip is gone. Usually 10 to 20 minutes is enough time, depending on what I have to get through. After removing all the dip from my nails, I did wash my hands with Dawn dish soap to remove the residue left on the skin, and also applied a moisturizer to help recover after the acetone. A couple matters to attend to before slipping into my next manicure. I push back my cuticles, then gently buff away the natural nail shine. It's that time! After a final wipe down with acetone, I brought out my build powder and liquid base coat. I'll just start with a thin strip of base coat down the center of the nail, not all the way to the cuticle, and get that dipped into the build powder. Then I'll wait about 20 seconds before brushing away the remaining powder with a soft, fluffy brush. Here is a second coat of build powder. This time I apply in a wider strip, not all the way to the sides, but only about half the length of the nail. Using build powder isn't necessary, but I want those strong, shapely nails. I do typically like adding a third coat of build powder, applied over about 2/3 the nail surface this time. I'm sure you've noticed that I'm kind of creeping up on the cuticle with each layer. That's how I minimize the thickness of the dip at the cuticle. There! Now that completes the build powder application. Now for something fun and flirty. Still have my liquid base coat, as well as a white dip powder, a shimmery bright pink, and a vivid violet. The first layer of color will be white on the first 3, then pink, and last purple on the pinky. And as promised, applied closer to the cuticle but not all the way yet, in a continued effort to minimize the dip thickness there. a second coat of color for the violet and pink, and I'll apply to the entire nail surface this time. Now the moment I've been waiting for. I have 3 nails that I would like to apply a Valentine's inspired marble. Using my dip tray, I'll start with a good layer of clear dip powder, and using small amounts of magenta, the shimmery bright pink, and purple, I'll swirl them around and add more, and repeat until I see what I want. I applied base coat over the entire nail surface, then press the nail flat onto the powder surface to capture the swirled pattern, being sure to press deep enough to get all the way to the edges. I'll repeat the same process for the other white nails, adjusting the pattern as needed to my liking. I really enjoy marbling. It's such a creative process. Every nail is unique. Love it. Now I'll apply 2 coats of clear dip powder to protect the color layers from filing. I can only share the second coat application video with you, as I seem to have forgotten to hit record for the first one. This will be my last layer of dip application. Thanks for sticking with me. I need to apply activator to fully harden the dip powder, and give that at least 10 minutes to fully cure. This is a good spot to take a break if needed. For the best possible dip powder manicure, the nails should be refined to perfect shaping and shine. First, I'll use a coarse grit file board to straighten the sides and tips and correct all over shaping. I'll follow that up with a fine grit sanding block to smooth over the coarsely filed surface, and finish with a buffing block for additional polishing. The result, a beautifully shaped dip powder nail. One more light application of activator several minutes before top coat for a fast cure. Followed with a lint-free wipe to remove excess activator and dust. The first coat of top coat I apply in a few quick strokes. Usually end up with some brush hardening here, so I switch out for a clean brush before the second coat. And the second coat goes on just about 2 minutes later. And the results are breathtaking. Fun, fabulous, and flirty Valentine's Day colors. Definitely getting the right kind of vibes here. Thanks for checking out my nail design with me. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment with any questions or feedback.